Hello there. Well, today my wife and I are going to Stockbridge in Hampshire, and it's just north of Romsey. Stockbridge is quite a small town, and it's on the River Test. It's really a one street town. You can see it there. Now, the River Test divides into several little carriers and side streams, and this is one that runs alongside the road. Now I think these are brown trout. Now this is the main river, which is much deeper, and it's got a lovely flow on it, and it's a real chalk stream, one of the best in Hampshire. And this is just further on up the high street. Now if you want, you can buy some special trout food from the Orvis shop, which is a very fine fishing tackle shop in the town, and you can feed these trout, and I think children really like to do that. They're definitely grown very big because they get fed, but it's quite a nice sight. And these lovely clear crystal clear chalk streams. Those fish are really big. Well, after a light lunch and a cup of tea, we're going to leave the village, and we're going to follow this little carrier which we've been watching while we've been having our lunch. We're sitting over the top of it, and we're going to walk into the countryside. Now this is an artificial carrier that was probably created when this area was all water meadows. Of course they're disused now. Water meadows was a method of flooding the meadows in winter, and you would get a very good crop of hay, and it'd be very rich grazing. Now we're at a side stream of the River Test, and I love that scene of those cattle just standing in the water. It's to me it's almost a constable scene. I think I might have to come back and do a painting one day of this. It's a lovely day, and I think these cattle actually are red poll cattle. And it's a breed I believe that comes from Norfolk. This is all National Trust land. There's very few places on the River Test that you can actually walk along the edge of a river, because it's all privately owned, but this little stretch, which is part of the Stockbridge Common, and it was obviously part of the water meadows before that or after that. Now you have to be quite wealthy to fish the River Test, because it's one of the most famous rivers in the world for trout fishing. It's incredible the biodiversity that these chalk streams create, the fly life, and the fish grow very big. And now here is what I think is a drinker moth caterpillar. I thought it was dead, but so I gave it a little push, but it's perfectly alright. Now on a lovely day like this, the river does look very beautiful with all those lovely weeds, and there's a big trout there just lying between the weed beds. There's all sorts of life on the river. The river banks have been fenced a small area, really to protect the river from dogs that might disturb nesting wildfowl along the edge. And there's a few drinking places for the cattle, and this is one of them, and the other one was up by the bridge near the ford. But the cattle are an important part of conserving this common, because it does have to be grazed. Now the flag irises look lovely at this time of year, and you can see what the common looks like. Well, we're on our way home now. We've just got this last little carrier to cross, and we notice beneath the bridge thousands of little small fry in the river. It's actually teeming with them. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little look at the River Test, and if you have, please click a like and maybe subscribe. Goodbye for now.